Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an SU-8. It's the Tier 6 Soviet SPG located on the north spawn of Ghost Town. This one is under the command of Yarbas of OLIMP. And it's about to start. Game on! Okay, looks like Yarbas is going to go up the hill and fight from there. The SU-8 is actually designed from a T-28, and you can see that in the hull and the way it looks. They used various bits that they had available, but the thing was that it was a fake RT in the sense that they never actually made any because they'd run out of T-28s by the time that Germans invaded in 1941. It's got a 152mm howitzer, and it's capable of 550 alpha, 38mm pen, 6.7 meters on the burst radius, and the stun period is between 6.5 and 11 seconds. Now, he hasn't taken up his aim yet. This is the Arty that's basically taken over from the M44 as one of those popular Artys in the game, and the reason for that is fairly obvious. It's fire rate. Normally, the M44 used to fire at around about 19 seconds reload. This one, by the book, has actually got a reload time of 19.65, but it's the... oh, he's changed his aim, but it's the actual reload that you can see Yarbas has got is 17.3. Now, you could probably increase that even further, but he might not have a full crew in there yet, or all the skills, or the equipment. You never know. Okay, he's dialing in on the AUC, nice and tight. That's it, rounds out, and... there you go. That's how you do it. That's a penetrating shot for 566. We've lost sight of the AEC. But I should think he's hurting right now because he realizes he's going to go back to the garage very shortly. Okay, we've got two tanks here. The VK-3001 is first. He's a bit slow and sluggish about moving about. He is a 30-ton tank after all. Oh, he's not alone. It's another VK there. Almost ready to shoot. Okay, wait for it. Now, rounds out. It went right over the engine deck and exploded behind the tank, but at least it did stun him. Got something out of it. The burst radius is around about 6 meters. 6.7, yeah. He's loaded again. He fires. Again, the VK is living life on the dangerous side because he survives that one as well. And that Chi Nu, well, he's just coming on. Meanwhile, this VK is just sat there. Rounds out. Bad news for him. Yeah, because he gets hit this time. If you sit still for any length of time, you're going to get hit. If you do keep moving, obviously it makes it very difficult to hit our teammates. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. Okay, M4A1 FL10. That's the Sherman tank that the French made for the Egyptians, funnily enough. Okay, go back to this Chi Nu. Let it settle. Soviet tanks do dial in fairly quickly. This Arty actually does have an asymmetric field of fire. It's actually got -5 degrees to the left and +12 degrees to the right. But having such a narrow arc means it does dial in fairly quickly. Of course, if you are not within the arc, you have to move the vehicle, and that makes the reticule bloom. Okay, he's loaded. Wait for it, wait for it. Now, rounds out. Yes! He got 2 hits there because he splashed the VK-3001H, and the 3001P took the main brunt of that one with 227. Okay, we've got another one turn up. And another hit, 270 this time. It's almost like he's alternating the fire between the 3001H and the 3001P. Of course, the H1's the Henschel one. The P1 is the Porsche version. But the VK means they were experimental. And of course, most of you know that. I'm not telling you anything new. Okay, enemy tank and A43 is coming up. And Yarbas has decided to relocate himself just slightly. He's pulled back behind the rock. It makes it more difficult for the enemy to see him if he shoots. But he wants to make sure that he doesn't get targeted. That's about right. Rounds out. He does get splash, 100 hit points. But it's RNG said a little to the left and it missed the target. Okay, VK3001P is coming on. And he's moving fairly slowly. So we might be able to get a hit here. Bit of rescue bloom. Fires in. And the A43 is getting closer. We've got 2 tanks down at the far west side of the map. So he can sit here and probably hit the enemy down in the dip. There he is. Not much showing. And that's the VK2801-105. Oh, and he went down fairly quickly, but that was a good hit by Yarbas. And the enemy target, the A43, went down afterwards, so he got the stun assist out of that as well. Okay, Paulak tank on very, very few hit points. And that AEC is the same one that we hit earlier in the battle, I believe. Or is it? No, there's 2 AECs. That's a different one. And we lost the Skoda. Okay, that M4A1 FL10 just got the kill. We're reloading. We might be able to kill the Paulak. Okay, he was trying to get the FL10. No, didn't get that one either. Those 2 VK3001s are still over on the west side of the map. Now this looks good. It's going to go for the VK3001H first. Rounds out. Direct hit. Makes him a one-shot. They're using the wreck for cover. They're worried about that Paulak tank, I think. They should be worried about Yarbas. And there goes the VK3001H. And it was the Paulak tank that got him in the end. That VK3001P, though, he's still there. Just can't see him. We're 3 up on the enemy. Okay, can't hit. Oh, we can hit that Paulak. That Paulak tank there, he's just sitting there, and we could splash him. In fact, the shell goes very close, but he goes down to the SU-85 who came up behind him. Now, meanwhile, there is an enemy tank just behind that wall. It's a T-3485. The SU-85 is more than likely going to spot him first if he goes around that way. And there he is. Down it, dialed in. And a good hit. 209. Hit the rear of the vehicle. Now, the T-3485 is probably trying to intercept that SU-85. Yeah, he's gone around the back. He's trying to get him around the back. So we might be able to get a shot on him as he comes around the corner. Lined up. And here he comes. Rounds out. And it stops him dead in his tracks. It knocks his tracks off. And that gives the SU-85 a chance. In fact, the SU-85 has now gone around the other way. And so I think he's likely to catch the T-3485 in a crossfire. There he is. Now, can we get a shot? Not easy, but he does get hit. Now, can we fire one in? No, we don't need to. The Cavalier got the kill in the end. There's only 3 enemy tanks left. The VK3001P, who's badly damaged, a Hummel, and a Leopard. There's the Hummel. Almost dialed in. He's on the move. Rounds out. Long flight time. Oh, he still got him! That's his first kill in the game. Now, where is that VK3001P? He thought about going down there and joining his teammate in the Porlac tank. But in actual fact, he ought to hang back here for the moment and let the Porlac see what he can see before he gets a move on. Our guys are right down the other end of the map at the moment, and I suspect they might be under fire from the Leopard, but I don't think they're under fire from the VK, because here he is, and he's still there. Rounds out. Oh, it went to the left. It looks like the Porlac's going to get the honours. And in fact, it's the Cavalier who gets the kill from the town. That leaves only the Leopard left. Okay, and the Leopard has been spotted. He's actually on the west side of the map. He's making his way through the dunes. We've got no shot at the moment because we've got a red line. Unfortunately, we're just too close to that rock face. And the Leopard is being hit. And he's gone. That's it. That's the end of the game. Well, that was quite a result for Yarbas of OLIMP in the SU-8, because he got a second-class tanker, but he also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 9. He got a Gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points for his own vehicle, a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and on top of that, he got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. His win rate in that game, 3,716, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage, there you go, 2,401 hit points of damage. The next highest scorer was the M10 RBFM on his team with 1,128. And the third highest, well, is jointly held by the Hummel and the Porlac tank on the enemy team. They both got 1,031 hit points identical. When it came to kills, it was the Porlac tank. He did 4 kills in that game. He also picked up a steel wall. 3 kills went to the Cavalier, who also got a 11 Slaves medal for killing higher tier opponents. And 2 kills went to the KV2 and the T-3485M on our team, and also to the Leopard on the enemy team. We only got the 1 kill for Yarbas, but I think he enjoyed that anyway. And when it came to base XP, he's in second place. The Porlac managed 866, and then we've got Yarbas with 817, and the third highest was the M10 RBFM with 785. He fired 19 rounds, got 9 direct hits on the enemy, 2 penetrating shots. Well, we know what one of those penetrating shots was, because it was the AEC, and he did hit him rather hard with his first shot of the game. 566 hit points in total, 1 penetrating shot. Now, I guess the other one is the Hummel. Yes, it was, because that guy got him on the move, but he actually pumped that shell right through one of the rear screens around the actual howitzer, and they are paper thin. In fact, the Hummel crews used to complain about the fact that they were so thin that heavy duty machine guns could actually punch their way through the gun shields. So it wasn't that good. It was very thin indeed, but that's because it was actually quite a heavy vehicle once you took away the turret and replaced it with this huge howitzer. Anyway, going back to the detail, we can see that he also got 14 splashes, 2,401 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 7 of the enemy, kill 1, there's the Confederate. 366 hit points of damage assistance, and 148 hit points of stun assist of 15 stuns. So most of that second class was actually done from the actual damage, and very little from the stun assist, and that's why he missed out on getting a first or an ace tanker. On a premium count, he actually made 48,812 credits from the game, and he also took away 1,838 experience points. Yes, that was a good game because, of course, he got 3 medals. But he has sent in another replay, so let's watch that one in the SU-8. This replay took place a few days later, and we're on the north spawn of Abbey. Game on! That speed is actually quite useful when it comes to repositioning. It's not hugely fast, it's only 48 kilometers an hour, but it's faster than some of the RTs you might find in the game. Okay, he's chosen to aim directly for the middle road, leading straight up to... Oh, somebody's gone through. Just saw some destruction of scenery. That's an indication somebody's in there. And he's lined up and he's ready to go. That MT25 rounds out. Oh, he hits him. 42 hit points of splash. The MT25 thought that he'd escaped and he got through. But no, he hadn't. But we've got a bit of a problem. We've got an AMX 12 ton who's really close. Now he's doing an early scout run. He pays for it as well. Loses 153, was tracked. Our guys are now starting to shoot at him. And he could go out of the game if we can get another shot in. Okay, just lead the target a little. That's it. Okay, he managed to get into that area. Can we get a shell in? And unfortunately, the buildings get in the way. And I don't think we can get a shell in that area. Not from this position. But we can hit the OI on the lake road. Or the river road. Okay, just starting in. Rounds out. Direct hit on the booby. Yes, I know, it's rather childish, but it's still funny. It's the OI tank with the fallen OI tank with the big boobies. Rounds out. If you didn't know, that's the reference to Hello Hello, a British television programme, which is rather popular, actually. Okay, the Firefly is feeling a bit sad now. He's dead. And the OI, well, he's still there, but rounds out. He's taken another hit on the boobies. Okay. He's still on the move, though. Well, not anymore. He's decided to hide. Rounds out. Ow. That one hit the rock base, unfortunately. Not much we can do about that, but another tank went into the Abbey and was absolutely wiped out. That was a Staghound. Over on the west side of the map, we've got two enemy tanks here. A Tiger 131 and an ARL 44. We're dialing in on the 131 to see if we can hit him inside. Rounds out. Good shot. 237. The other Arty on our team in this game is an FB304, and he's over on the west side of the map, and now we're having to retreat. I think our FB304 is actually in danger if he doesn't get down from where he is at the moment. In fact, I think he's been spotted, and he has been hit, and he's out the game, unfortunately. Yeah, he stayed there too long. Now, we've got a choice here. Yarbas can actually try and stay behind that tree around about here and get shots on the enemy. Alternatively, he can actually go through the pass out onto the river road and shoot through the gap at the enemy tanks as they approach the cap area. I think he's chosen to stay where he is in this little corner for the moment. I'm pretty sure that Tiger 131 is going to come around that corner any second. Okay, we can shoot through the gap at this T-34. He gets stunned. And the Tiger 131 goes down to our, what's that? It's an M6. And the OI has suddenly come around the other side of the map. Is that a different OI? Yes, there are two of them. Okay. And he gets a hit on this one too. Okay, they're all bunching up here, which makes it much easier to hit them. T-34-85 goes down. Now we've got an ARL 44, almost loaded, and he can't get back into that corner, and he loses 257 hit points. The scores are even at the moment, but you've got to look at the map, and the mini-map shows that they've still got that OI in there, right down the river road, and this OI is still on the move, and he's killing tanks as he goes. 192. We're about to lose sight of this OI because we've got no tanks over there spotting, except for maybe the T-37 who's near the Abbey. Now he's watching from behind the houses. Now we might lose sight for a moment when he goes behind that ridge. There you go, we've lost him. He's gone back to looking. Now he's got to be coming up that road there. That's where the OI will be. And there he is. Rounds out. Direct hit, 171. He's looking in our direction. He can see us now. Ow. We just got hit in the gun, and now Arty is hitting us as well. And we've been hit twice by the enemy Arty. The M44 and the enemy Hummel both fired at us. Now we're having to move and get into a new firing position. This is the one that I was suggesting he go to earlier. From here... Oh, don't go too close to the water. You can actually fire at the enemy tanks near the cap. The Skoda's taken up a position where you can actually see the enemy tanks. We can see that the OI went down. Now, they've got 6 tanks still in the game. We've only got 3. The Skoda's covering the cap. The T-52's on lookout. And he's found 2 tanks coming in from the Abbey itself. In fact, I think he's been detected. We're trying to get a shot. We can't shoot the T-34. He's actually in defilade. That means that the mountain's actually protecting him. He's in protection. And somebody is capping. And I suspect that might be the ARL-44. Yes, it is. Ow! Just got hit in the side. We can see the enemy T-34-85 off in the distance. Trying to get a shot on him. Dialing in. He's letting it settle. And Arty's firing at us. He fires around in. Oh! We can't afford another hit by the ARL-44. If we do get hit, it's more likely to be curtains.
We're done for. Everyone get out.
And it is. And unfortunately, that's the end of the game. Well, despite that being the end of the game, that was the second mark of excellence for Yarbas of OLIMP in the SU-8. Congratulations. He's got his second mark on the barrel now. He's also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that one. He managed to get 7. And his win rate in that game was 1,818, which is very good indeed. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he did get the highest damage on his team, but not the highest damage in the game. In fact, the guy who got the highest damage was a Striv M4257 on the enemy team. He got 2,146 hit points of damage, but he didn't get 20% of the enemy hit pool, and that's why he didn't get the high caliber. Second highest damage on the enemy team was actually behind Yarbas. So Yarbas got second highest damage in the game with 1,600, and the ARL-44 that finished off his game, he got 1,572. So third place on damage. So second place to Yarbas. When it came to kills, though, Yarbas didn't get any at all. In fact, it's that Striv M4257 again. He got 5 kills. 3 kills went to our M6. 2 kills went to our T52, our Skoda T25. And on the enemy team, the ARL-44 got 2 kills. So did their M44. And when it came to base XP, it's the enemy team. Yes, the Striv managed the top on that one too. So he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,044 base experience points. The only player to get over 1,000 base. 836 went to the ARL-44. And 666 went to one of the OIs. The other one managed 663. And no, that's not the number of the beast, I'm afraid. I believe that's 611. There was a mix-up with the fax number. Anyway, I know it's terrible. These jokes are awful. You can see the Yarbas only got 361 out of that one. And if you check what garage, we can see 361 is even below a third pass, third class mastery. So unfortunately, that's why he didn't get any mastery out of that game, but he did get 2 marks. He did do a lot of damage, and as you saw, second highest damage in the game. But when it came to XP, he didn't do as well. But he did get past that average point of 1,295 damage to get the second mark of excellence. So well done on doing that. Or was that the second mark? No, that's the second mark. So that's XP, on average XP. So anyway, well done on that. But unfortunate. Oh, I know it is damage. What I'm saying. Yes. But anyway, unfortunate about that he didn't get any marks, but he did do rather well. Let's have a look at shots fired. 14 direct hits, so a good amount of ammo expended. 8 direct hits on the enemy. 14 shots fired, I should say. 8 hits. 13 splashes. 1,600 hit points of damage. All of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged. Received 3 hits from the enemy. 2 of which were penetrations, 1 non-penetration, and 2 hits by way of splash damage. The non-penetrating shot came from the OI. It hit the barrel of the gun, the howitzer, just when the artillery rounds came in, and he got splashed by 2, showing here. 7 enemy vehicles were damaged, none were killed, 80 hit points of damage assistance, 590 of stun assist off 13 stuns. Now, he did make a profit off the game, 47,391 credits, and he got 541 XP because there was no multipliers out of it. It was a defeat after all, but it was a good game, and he got his second mark. So there you go. That's Yarbas of OLIMP having fun in the SU-8, which is the replacement for the M44 now that Wargaming have neutered it. Yes, people are still playing the M44, and they will continue to do so, but the complaints from the Unicums will now come in about the SU-8s and being hit by the SU-8 all the time, simply because they can't handle Arty. It wasn't the M44's fault that it was neutered. It was the Unicums that complained about it that got it neutered, and as a result, they're now going to complain about this Arty instead. Hope you enjoyed both those replays. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.